Hey guys, this is your boy Bhavik. Welcome to my channel Bind Code, and today we will create this EXO game in Java. So as you can see, there is a frame in front of us with a EXO board which has 9 buttons. You can play on it the first turn of X, then O, then X, then O, then X, and the X wins. And then this message pops up, and when you click on OK, it clears the board or makes a new game for us. So this project seemed fun, so let's get to it. So here I am in the VS Code, and let's really quick create a new Java project with VS Code. So I will select no build tools, select the project location, and we will name the project as Tic-Tac-Toe. This will create a new project for me. So here we have the Java project, and I will rename this main app.java file as main. Okay, it has made those changes. Now the first thing we need to do is say that our class extends jframe java x.swing, and this will import the swing package, and we will jframe from swing package, and if I replace it with star, it will import everything from the swing package. So let's create a constructor. The constructor is always the name of our class. Let's say mainframe and this brackets, and the first thing we will do is give the size. So set size, that will be 600 by 600, and we will set visible true, and then we will call this inside our main function, and now we will run the main function, and here we have the frame, and we'll say set default close operation and jframe dot exit on close, or you can just enter 3 here. It's the same thing. With what it will do is whenever I click close that frame, it will stop the program from running anymore, and now I will set the location. So set location relative to, and pass in null, which will bring our frame in the at the middle of our screen. Nice. And make sure you do it after setting the size, or it will go in the right bottom side of your screen. Now we will create some buttons. So as you know, the tic-tac-toe board has 2 lines horizontal and 2 lines vertical, which separates it in 9 different boxes. So we'll create 9 buttons. Say j button is equals to b0 new j button, and we will make 9 more, b8, and that's it, cause we started from 0. So 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, that are 9 buttons, and we will add all of them to our frame, and add them here. And to bring these buttons in a grid form, as you can see, it is like a grid, and For that we will say grid layout dot set grid layout, and in parentheses we'll say new grid layout, and we need and for that we need 3 columns and 3 rows, and we will also import it java dot awt star, and this will create a 3 by 3 grid with these buttons. Now let's run this project. I'll add a semicolon here and run it, which should create a on line number 24 there is some okay, line number 8 there is some problem. Okay, so instead of doing this I will create different J buttons. Now let's run this. Which I've created as a grid of 9 by 9, 9 buttons of 3 rows and 3 columns, and I will just remove this line because it is of no use to us now. I will remove this text. It was just for our understanding, we don't need it now. And now we will also implement action listener, and we will import it by just doing java.awt.event.stop, which will import the action listener. And now if there is an error here, and if you are on Eclipse, just hover on it, but for VS Code I will click on this and say add an implementation method, and I will add all these to the action listener dot add action listener, and we'll pass in this. Oh, I was typing here too, we don't want it at this place. And inside this action performed I will get this at the last, int name it n is equals to e dot get source. Instead of int we will say object, and for now it will say if n is equals to b1, then do something, and we will create a string variable here, that is string, and we will name it chance of, and the value will be x, cause the first chance in the exo game is of player x, and we will create a and we will create an array of strings. We will create an array of strings named values is equals to, we will create like this, and it will contain 9 values, and these will be empty for now. We'll make 3 by 3 9 and copy this, and if we'll say if it is b1, then create a if statement, create a if statement here. Say if chance of is equals to x, then values dot 0, we'll change this to b0, that is our first button in the row and first button in the column, is equals to x, and I will change it to double equals to and a semicolon, and the same the else if it is of o, then we'll change it to o, and the same thing we will do it 9 times for every button. Not 9 times, and we will do it 9 times. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Now we will change it really quick by control D. I'll start this, select here, and I'll control D and change 0 to 1, which will do our work really quick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now we are done, and now we are setting those values, and we also need to show which button is clicked and which button, or and we also need to show X or O on one button. So for that we will really quick, you can make some image of 200 by 200 pixels, 202, make image of 200 and 200 pixels in Photoshop or Paint, anything, but I have 2 images already, so I will create a img folder and bring those files in here, and I will drag these 3 images in here. One will be of clear, that is 200 by 200 of clear white screen, and one of O and one of X, and I will create 3 image icons. It's image icon, image icon, that is for X is equals to new image icon, we will pass in the path, and for the path I will do right click on the x.png and say copy relative path, paste the relative path and change one slash to double slash, and we'll do it 3 times, x o and clear. So clear and o. And now we need to change it here also. So for that we'll select this one is equals to x and control D. You can control D to select one by one, or you can do control shift L to select them all at once. Let's end a new line, and I will first copy this, and copy this name from every if statement and paste it here. Dot set image, set icon, and we will pass in x cause we are inside the if statement of x, and if it is making you, and if it is confusing you too much, just don't see these and just focus on one of it, and others will work out the same way. And the name of button dot set icon, and we will pass in the O which we created here, the O image icon. This will work, and let's try running it. If I click here, it says x, then it says x, and everything is x. So what we did wrong is, we'll say whenever it is chance of x, and when you click on it after setting the icon, set it the chance of O. So we will do the same, control shift L, select chance of x, control shift L, it will select all matching cases. Let's say chance of is equals to O. Let's say chance of is equals to x inside the O else if statement, and it will do it in all of the places. Nice. And now let's run it, and it works very well, now. If I click on x, then the chance of O, then x, then O, then x, then O, then x, then O, then x. So close it, and this has made the frame. Still no system of recognizing who wins the game, so we will do it in the next episode. Thanks for watching.